A very good evening once again. Welcome to the second edition of News Tonight. My name is Micheal Lukomwa, and we'll go straight away to what we have for you in this second package of News Tonight. Elizabeth Nakakoni joins in for sign language. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has reaffirmed government's commitment to finance HIV/AIDS response efforts despite cuts in donor funding. The president was represented by Vice President retired Major Jessica Lupo at the commemoration of the World AIDS Day in Bushenyi. He commended the contribution of reliable development partners in the fight against the HIV epidemic.
President Yoweri Museveni reiterated his government's strategy to end HIV/AIDS by 2030, despite reductions in donor support. He was represented by Vice President retired Major Jessica Lupo at the national commemoration event in Bushenyi.
The government is committed to providing HIV medicines to all people living with HIV. Despite the global cuts on donor aid, Uganda will protect the gains we have made in the fight against HIV. HIV and other health programs are fully integrated into the 4th National Development Plan and will be fully funded by government.
Since inception, his government has been committed to combating HIV/AIDS and remains optimistic given the current statistics.
In the early 1990s, soon after we came to power, NRM treated HIV/AIDS as a national emergency. We embarked on mass sensitization campaigns to promote openness, testing, and compassion, because silence would mean death.
This year's theme is Overcoming Disruptions, Transforming the AIDS Response. Development partners involved in the HIV response commended the government of Uganda for its strong strategies, which have resulted in less new infections.
Your efforts in mobilizing domestic resources and integrating HIV services into public health facilities are commendable. The AIDS development partners, we applaud the remarkable progress. As we have heard from the Director General of Uganda AIDS Commission, adult HIV prevalence has fallen to 5.1%. This is down from 18% in the 1990s.
The Uganda AIDS Commission presented its annual progress report on the implementation of the Presidential Fast-Tracking Initiative to end HIV/AIDS.
About the cure, but while we wait for the cure, recently we've had the long-acting injectable pre-exposure prophylaxis being introduced and approved globally. Fortunately for us as a country, Uganda participated in this study, and it shows that somebody can get an injection twice a year. It means it protects you over a period of 6 months, and it offers up to 100% protection.
However, significant cuts in donor funding are a setback to community-led interventions, leaving people living with HIV more vulnerable.
We mainly come before you to seek your support for 10 billion Ugandan shillings to secure land to build a home of champions living with HIV, to host the NAFOPANO Secretariat, which will contain a training auditorium, the PLHIV circle, and a wellness center.
Local governments have pledged renewed support in the fight against HIV by revitalizing HIV/AIDS committees across all districts.
We are going to support His Excellency the President's fast-track initiative together with the Office of the President. Number 2, as local governments, we are going to revitalize the district HIV/AIDS committees.
Bushenyi was selected to host this year's commemoration after the district registered an increasing trend of new infections at 8%, according to the 2024 Uganda AIDS Commission survey.
Initiated service delivery models froze.
The NRM presidential candidate Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has pulled huge crowds in Mbarara City. President Yoweri Museveni was in company of First Lady Mrs. Janet Museveni while he canvassed for votes in the Mbarara city.
Mbarara City was in a celebration mode on Monday, 1st December 2025 as hundreds marched in the capital city popularizing the NRM presidential candidate Yoweri Kaguta Museveni's campaign trail. The city ambience was led by members of the Patriotic League of Uganda and unstoppable Gen Zs.
I want to thank Mr. Chirota for the work he has done for us today in order to, because we have succeeded. The procession was very good. And every person in Mbarara City, at least he has known that NRM in Mbarara City is there, and people in Mbarara City love the president and love the MK. And I want to thank him because he gave us both t-shirts for the PRU and for the NRM.
From the city center, thousands of NRM supporters from Mbarara district and city gathered at Boma grounds for the day's campaign rally. In the company of First Lady Janet Museveni, President Museveni entered Boma grounds in a thunderous style. The fully packed grounds received dignitaries led by the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Thomas Tayebwa, and NRM Secretary General Richard Odwong, who came alongside Ministers General David Muhoozi and Balama Rugahara.
The majority of this crowd, you are the gains we are protecting.
And all the youth leaders, thank you so much for making this historical mobilization.
In an attendance estimated to close to 30,000 supporters, present were also senior party leaders Calvin Echodu, Jonade Asimwe, Anaitoro Kajara, Michael Nwagira alias Toyota, among others. The president campaigned alongside First Lady Janet Museveni.
It is over. Mbarara mwakora a statement that speaks for itself. You have spoken to the whole of Uganda without saying anything. Thank you so much. So today I just wanted to remind you aboko abantu beitu kubarebe nambe kwinganeti bajangwito twasingire ngucyahweire konka niyenda kubashaba ngweki mukikurate mukirondere namba house to house so that we aim at 99% Mbarara.
The homeboy preached to the Boma crowds, among others, what the NRM government has achieved in the last 40 years of his leadership.
Ati ekiretere NRM kureto businge n'aba politics.
This, according to the president, stretches beyond peace and stability, but also highlights the good work done in the fields of infrastructure, water, health and education. While campaigning in Mbarara, President Museveni updated the rally about the construction of an international airport, second to Entebbe International Airport in the area.
Aba-China kubagagahaire nibakora business na South America, Brazil. Mbwenu nkubakora bakuriya Buraya ngunahare rushuzo barenze mushanka 15 abo barabakuriya Buraya. Mbena aba-China bagize ngo hagufu ukuzo wabo naha nyakishara baza kwombe kwishaye cyamani kirukwingana n'icya Entebbe kucyombekaho.
Regarding wave creation, candidate Museveni has appealed to voters within Ankole sub-region to step forward and take up his long-time dream of wave creation.
Nabo iki kubashaba ene muke kubashaba buri muntu wena umukayi kukozesa ubuyambe obutukubohereza kubingo boro makagayi.
The Fountain of Honor further reiterated that in the coming term of government, NRM will establish an industrial park in Ankole sub-region. With the above, President Museveni has presented himself to Mbarara residents as the best choice for the Uganda's top #1 job.
NRM oye! Omugurusu w'ekikofira oye!
At this rally, President Museveni welcomed hundreds of converts from the opposition parties, including 5 parliamentary flag bearers who have dumped NUP for NRM.
Youth.
Robert Nyango, UBC News.
The FDC presidential candidate Nathan Nandala Mafabi has promised to pay war veterans and also increase their compensations in Mukono. While holding a campaign rallies in various town councils in Mukono, Mafabi urged the people there to use their vote wisely.
Residents of Nachifuma Mukono district face challenges: lack of clean water, some areas even not having electricity. These were cited by the Forum for Democratic Change Party flag bearers in Mukono district as they accompanied the FDC flag presidential candidate to different campaign rallies in Mukono.
Yetagira ddala okubeera nga tufuna amakolero oba ng'okolera emitwalo 3 ng'ogenda mu kibuga n'ojjako transport n'ojjako sente z'owererako omwana n'ennyumba gy'osasula owunzika tosigazaawo naye obanga tufunye factory wano nga ziri ku kyalo teweetaagisa transport ogenda funa omulimu obeere ng'osobola n'okuwererako abaana.
Mafabi started the day's campaign at Kalaji, where he saw the need to construct 4 lanes along Kayunga Road. The candidate also conducted campaign rallies at Nachifuma Market, where people expressed fear that there will be vote rigging in the coming election. Mafabi, while emphasizing the issue of money lenders and duping Ugandans, said he wants URA to give them the returns from money lenders on loans for border borders. Mafabi clarifies that cooperative societies will work in agriculture and other sectors.
tetugambe nti gwowe bwegasi bwokka abanagenda bewole nawe mwenyewe ogenda n'ofuna ki sente. Banks ezo zigenda kuwa Uganda sente nga teteeseko wadde negoba eri.
At Nachifuma Market and Mayanga, the candidate said he will make sure the war veterans are compensated.
Osanga nga omusajja oba mukadde ali awo bonaabona tafuna ne sente ze ku tayimu. Ate bamuwa sente kaki katini bali ayo bakaba bukabi ate yakolera gavumenti eno. Njagala kubakakasama abapensionali abaazirwanako sente zammwe zijja kutuukanga ku kiseera ate tugenda kuzongera mubeere n'embeera nungi nga zibeera kasente abakabayamba.
Mafabi advised the people of Mukono to vote wisely. The candidate conducted rallies in other places in Mukono, including the industrial area and Buyukwe district.
And the NUP leader, also 2026 presidential candidate for the party, Robert Sentamu, has emphasized politics in shaping the future of the country. While campaigning in Chadondo Eastern Kira municipality, Kyagulanyi appealed to the security agencies, whom he referred to as fellow Ugandans, to stop blocking his campaigns.
Tensions gripped parts of Chira and Chadondo East, where NUP supporters ran for safety.
If I am breaking the law, arrest me. We are not breaking the law. No, we are not in the road. This is a stopover according to Electoral Commission. Officer, you are breaking the law. I know the law, I'm a lawyer. Okay?
Despite the heavy security presence, enthusiastic supporters cheered Kyagulanyi. The NUP presidential candidate held 2 major rallies at Wegere Kakajo in Chira municipality and Nangabo in Chadondo East constituency. Several leaders, including Betty Neluima and Naja Nassif, raised concerns of service delivery in Wakiso district. Despite government promises in 2019 to grant Wakiso city status, the pledge has not yet been fulfilled.
N'abalina okukatukolera tebagala kukatukolera bakolage waabwe amakulu bakolage waabwe ate olimanya banavusi nnyo newaabwe era bakuba balondoolamu mwebwe pulezidenti waffe nagyayise amakulu mabi nekiba kitya ti Kampala eri munda mu Wakiso. Kampala eri munda mu Wakiso.
Chagulanyi called upon security agencies to work together as brothers, urging them to reduce violence as he campaigns.
Bendera yetugatta oboli wa kabira ki yeni musajja muganda nze mubanda wa kabaka naye kabira yange njireka mu nyumba yange bwe nfuluma olugi nfulumanga munayu nembimbanga munayu era nengatanga buli muntu yonna munayu.
He encouraged residents of Chira and Chadondo East to vote for him and take the umbrella in the 2026 general elections.
Mugenda okusalawo ku lunaku olwo bwemwe mugenda okusalawo oba bannayuganda beddiza obuyinza bwabwe emitendera gigino ogusooka wakukanoonya era saawa zino tuli mu kukola ki saawa zino tuli mu kukola ki saawa zino tuli mu kukanoonya.
Chagulanyi reminded crowds that unity is his consistent message across the country and that the Ugandan flag should remain the symbol that binds all citizens.
Ono bendera ya ggwanga bajjajjaffe abaagireeta abaagitandikawo yali etegeeza buli munnayuganda kwenkanankana na munne bakola ensi eno Uganda nga bagijja ku bazungu abaali bagiwambye okumala emyaka egisukka 6 nga baagala ffe abazzukulu tujeyagaliremu. Oba oli musawo oba oli muyimbi oba oli musomesa oba oli wa poliisi oba oli wa prison oba oli wa UPDF oba oli minimi ffenna tujeyagaliremu.
He repeated that politics directly affects the future of every Ugandan, determining whether the country gets better services.
The Electoral Commission is seeking for a supplementary budget to a tune of 469.5 billion to organize the 2026 general elections. This includes 268.380 billion needed for the acquisition of biometric voter verification system and 19.603 billion for the acquisition of duplication system that will help the Commission identify multiple entries of the same individual and removing them from the voters register. The request was made by Richard Kamjisha, the acting secretary to the Commission, while appearing before the Parliamentary Budget Committee. We'll get to the parliamentary story later. But moving on, the Inspector General of Police, Abbas Byakagaba, has lashed at the National Unity Platform for deliberate provocations against security personnel during the ongoing campaigns. He said the NUP supporters have repeatedly pelted stones, assaulted officers on duty, deflated tires of police vehicles, and chanted sectarian slogans which trigger violent confrontations.
The Inspector General of Police, Abbas Byakagaba, has accused NOP of breaching agreed campaign guidelines. Byakagaba highlighted Kawempe, Iganga, Kayunga, Abim and Mbara as hotspots where stone pelting, vandalism, hate speech and traffic violations have occurred.
In our experience this far, the tension points between the security forces and unfortunately almost always one of the political parties, specifically the National Unity Platform, is always about infringement of guidelines set regarding departures from designated venues and routes for rallies. And I want to point out here that in all the cases, these routes are agreed upon between the representatives of the parties and the Uganda police.
Byakagaba has directed that no presidential candidate will be allowed to campaign beyond 6 p.m. as stipulated by the law. He reaffirmed the police's commitment to using proportionate force to contain violent conduct, disperse unlawful processions, and ensure that campaigns are restricted to designated venues.
Some of these incidents are meant to provoke, and that's why I've told you we have had a lot of restraint. I would like also that one to be registered, because there has been a big question. People have been demanding, asking, where is tear gas? But behind the scenes, we have had a lot of provocations. You don't cross the Rubicon, because there is a Rubicon. If you cross it, hey, what you deserve, you get.
Responding to criticism over the use of cannons, tear gas and pepper spray, Byakagaba said that media coverage often omits the incidents resulting to such responses.
Who has grown up not seeing police dogs? I don't think there is any. Actually, we have many of other assets which we don't bring out all the time. But when our situation demands, we can bring out different. Don't ask us when do you bring them, because you are also not going to be there that you are proclaiming when people are sending missiles on you. The first person to be protected is the security forces so that they can protect. Now, when you begin attacking and injuring the security, you are actually the worst enemy of this country.
Crispus Arinitwe, UBC News.
As Uganda joined the rest of the world today to commemorate World AIDS Day and reflect on the impact of HIV and AIDS on Ugandans, the Archbishop of the Church of Uganda, Dr. Stephen Samuel Kazimba Mugalu, has appealed to women to involve men in the fight against the virus, saying that men remain an important voice within the communities. The Archbishop made the remarks at Mothers Union Buganda headquarters, where Mothers Union presidents from all the dioceses in Buganda convened to commemorate the World AIDS Day.
The world to commemorate the day with the national event held in Bushenyi district. In Kampala, members of Mothers Union convened at their headquarters, where Archbishop Kazimba Mugalu emphasized that government seeks additional support from development partners to improve HIV/AIDS care. He urged the authorities to increase the supply of essential drugs in health facilities.
I want to call upon the women to also recruit the men, because men play a big role. They can bring other men, they can talk to the boys, they can talk to the children. We all need to work together, men and women, to fight together. Because this is not a disease for women or for men or for people of different regions. It is for every human being. And let me call upon the government of Uganda and all other nations, people of good heart, to continue supplying ARVs to our people so that they are able to fight this challenge.
He appealed to Ugandans not to allow politicians to divide them, noting that political competition should not fuel hatred.
We need a health nation.
The Mothers Union President for Buganda, Josephine Kasato, said HIV/AIDS has affected the church and weakened the economic stability of many families. The church is also focusing on skilling young people, although HIV/AIDS has affected the youth most.
The achievements we've reached upon ever since we started the fight of HIV, we are seeing that there is a lot of stigma decrease amongst the communities and discrimination, and there is a lot of inaction and misaction because of people not knowing what to do as far as the fight of HIV is concerned. But today we are urging to the mothers in our program of eliminating mother-to-child transmission to go to hospitals when they're pregnant, to do testing. We are urging the fathers to ensure there's good nutrition at home by buying food.
The women engaged in tailoring and craft work received startup materials, while others got coffee seedlings to boost their household incomes. Amwae Vanjuko and Mike Bakabulindi for UBC.
The Office of the Prime Minister has joined the commemoration of World AIDS Day, calling upon its staff to support efforts to end the scourge by 2030. The Undersecretary in the Office of the Prime Minister, Patricia Lakidi, urged employees to take personal responsibility in combating the rising numbers of HIV-related cases in the country.
At the Office of the Prime Minister, staff lined up early for voluntarily testing and counseling. The health camp is part of the activities to mark this year's World AIDS Day. The Undersecretary in the Office of the Prime Minister, Patricia Lakidi, says eliminating virus requires individual commitment.
We are all kings in our homes. Let's be ambassadors. We know what HIV is, we know how it spread, we know where it is. Let's be ambassadors in our homes. Let's go out, let's spread the word. Let us share what we know. Let's engage people. It's 2030. We are trying to end by 2030. We have how many years? 5. OPM in 5 years, would we have made a difference? Yes. I still don't hear you. In 5 years, would we have made a difference? Yes. So what differences are we going to make?
Commissioner in the Office of the Prime Minister, John Kalule, says Uganda can only achieve the goal of ending HIV by 2030 if people voluntarily go for the early screening.
Remember this day, it's day to day. Let's take an initiative. And this should actually be, let's test, let's live well, let's eat well, let's have this regular screening. I believe we shall live, actually shall even increase our productivity at the place of work, to really improve our productivity. And of course, we shall have happy families.
Meanwhile, NRM flag bearer for Machinde Sabagabo Philip Munduni stressed that despite declining HIV rates, government must continue sensitizing the youth.
We call upon especially the government to put emphasis in like a TASO, there is the AIDS organization sectors, so that they can work hard so that this HIV can be completely eradicated. If we put emphasis there and also sensitization, we sensitize our people, I think we can eliminate this AIDS.
This year's theme of World AIDS Day is overcoming disruption, transforming the AIDS response.
Now take you back to that story where the Electoral Commission has expressed need for more money to enable them effectively prepare and have a free and fair elections come 2026.
The machine will keep all the logs for the day's work up to when the results are declared. So this information will be, yes, this information.
The acting secretary to Electoral Commission, Richard Kamugisha, has told MPs sitting on the budget committee that a decision has been taken by cabinet to have biometric machines and creation of additional 15,256 polling stations from the initial 38,000, thus totaling to 50,739 polling stations that will be used in the 2026 general elections.
Otherwise, the system will be hacked into. You must have a big budget, you must have sufficient firewalls, you must have serious data security. So this one will be working purely online. Each machine will be fitted with the data of a district, and it will not be networked across any district.
The most costly item on the Electoral Commission's supplementary budget request is the additional Uganda shillings 268.380 billion for the acquisition of biometric voter verification system, a cost the Commission attributed to the enhanced features of the technology to be used on polling day.
It will be within a district, but carrying data of a polling station for identification, then the district to guide voters in case you stray to polling station where you don't belong, you can be guided, no, for you belong to the other one, not here.
The EC requires an additional shillings 2.4 billion to publish more polling stations in the Gazette and Uganda shillings 1.2 billion to publish these polling stations in the dailies. This irked the MPs, questioning the connection of advertisement with the needs of the people.
I'm still worried whether the register you have allowed us to access is the register that is going to be used in the general election, because the numbers keep on changing.
I want to know specifically when you go for elections, you have police constables, you have other people coming in. We don't want to appropriate funds for people who are not recognized under it.
Some of these polling stations were litigated in court because of violence. But the new polling stations you have created, they're in the same place. Secondly, voters have been made to move beyond their zones.
It is going to be mandatory. We don't want any gaps which will leave a voter unidentified, yet it will be mandatory. Because whoever will not be identified using this machine will not vote.
Parliament has been recalled from recess to consider the supplementary budget this Tuesday. Similarly, the Minister of Works and Transport is seeking a Uganda shillings 1.696 trillion supplementary request, including Uganda shillings 422.264 billion as initial payment for the purchase of 10 aircrafts for the Uganda Airlines. The request was made by Katumba Wamala, the Minister for Works and Transport.
It includes pre-delivery payments at purchase agreement signature amounting to 247.019 billion and shillings 245 billion for the pre-delivery payment that will be required in January 2026.
Minister Katumba reveals that Uganda Airlines is in process of acquiring 10 aircrafts comprising 4 mid-range, commonly known as narrow-body Airbus modules, 4 wide-body Boeing aircraft, and 2 Boeing converted freighters for cargo.
So if you don't pay for your slot, then you'll never get these aircrafts.
Daniel Mugoya, UBC News.
And we think that they've given.
As the campaigns get heated up, especially among parliamentary aspirants, candidates are intensifying their search for votes in the race for Kampala Central MP seat. Kabanda, Minsa traversed Chisenyi 4 parish, taxi parks and local markets, while some of her opponents, such as Moses Mwanji, also held campaigns at Chauriako and other places.
About 3 weeks ago, on 10th November 2025, the Electoral Commission officially launched parliamentary campaigns across the country. Since then, candidates have been traversing their constituencies in search of votes, with many opting for door-to-door outreach to connect directly with a common person. Today, Honorable Hajat Minsa Kabanda, the current NRM flag bearer for Kampala Central, took her campaign to the streets around Chisenyi Tax Park and the market, where she interacted with traders, tax operators and residents. During her walkthrough, several people raised concerns about high taxes, fuel prices and other economic hardships. One supporter, who was notably wearing a Chagulanyi t-shirt, revealed that he had walked a long distance just to obtain a Minsa Kabanda campaign t-shirt, saying he admired her work and would support her. He was later appointed campaign manager for the minister. Despite the challenges raised by the community, some residents expressed optimism, saying that Kabanda, if elected, could help address their pressing needs. It should be noted that on 23rd October 2025, the Electoral Commission closed nominations with 113 candidates competing for 10 parliamentary slots in Kampala. Kampala Central remains one of the most competitive races, with tensions rising among candidates including Honorable Minsa Kabanda NRM, Davis Louis Rubongoya NOP, Moses Mohanji Independent, Abraham Luzi Independent, Susan Kushaba Independent, Alan Lwanga, among others, with each aspirant pledging to tackle people's concerns if elected. Charity Marion Imnat and Stephen Kalisha for UBC.
We thank you so much for watching. Let's take a short break. Please keep it with us.
With Momo, you have the power to pay your bills fast and conveniently using your phone. Dial *165*4# or scan to download Momo app and pay for water, electricity, TV, school fees, and much more. It's simple and saves you a lot of time. Just pull out your phone and pay. That's Momo. That's the power to be more.
Kabogos, where are you coming from? From NSSF. NSSF? You traveled all the way from Namaguli to get NSSF services. Lekanawe. NSSF is now everywhere. Come on, I show you. You can register for NSSF. How contributing your Simate life? Now deep down in the Marara. Make NSSF payments. NSSF sure is not far. But this tomorrow kuhika gochido. Enjoy NSSF from where you are.
Access NSSF services right where you live. With over 20,000 quick teller agents across Uganda, now you can conveniently register yourself, make NSSF payments and contributions to your Smart Life account to Ubira. NSSF, a better life.
New Life Prayer Center and Church in Mombasa, Kenya welcomes you to the end of the year conference by seeking the face of God for 12 days. Come and receive your miracles, healings, and signs. You will meet the servant of God, Pastor Ezekiel, face to face to give you the word of prophecy for your life towards 2026. How have you prepared yourself spiritually for the year 2026? Then come and meet the great grace of God that will give you new steps and hopes. Are you tortured by witchcraft, spirits, dark altars? Come and Jesus will set you free. From the 3rd to the 14th of December, time is from 8 a.m. in the morning. Come travel with us to Mombasa at affordable rates from Uganda. Call +256 701 277 547 or +256 776 270010. You are all welcome. Keep watching World Evangelism TV.
We thank you so much for watching and welcome back from the break. The NRM has launched a national parish mobilization campaign strategy to mobilize votes for President Museveni and party flag bearers at all levels in Bukiri sub-region, at Butebo and Palisade districts. The initiative by Secretariat team is led by Ambassador Barbara Nekesa.
Ambassador Barbara Nekesa urged the voters to embrace all government programs geared at fighting household poverty.
Mobilizing for votes, but we should be mobilizers that are intentional to change the mindset of our people. Mindset change is a very big problem. That's why you have a member of parliament may even think of where he's going to spend the night. Because in the morning, people are coming for school fees. The one who was knocked on a border, the one whose house caught fire. It is because you have let them relax, not to know that the duty of minting money, fighting poverty is theirs. But also in Musei's message and the manifesto, we say we are going to continue strengthening our East African ties, our COMESA interlinkages, and also the Africa Continental Free Trade Area for expanded market.
She said that their aim of being in Bukedi sub-region is to inform the people that NRM started on well and intentions are still good with continued mandates.
This is why we return on the 15th of January to seek their support so that we can win the second half. Once we have defended that crown, then we shall be possible to deliver services to our people.
Rogers Mulindwa, the Deputy Communications Manager at NRM Secretariat, says they are in Bukedi sub-region mobilizing for President Museveni and other NRM flag bearers.
So the leaders we have are still strong to carry forward the exercise. They are energetic. They have the time. So we hope this exercise will work out very well. But also, our campaign is based on the service delivery. There are quite a number of things to show in this Bukedi as a sub-region that, of course, can attract our people to give us more support.
Bukedi electorates appreciated this strategy, saying it will make them achieve in forthcoming general elections.
You look at the sub-county chairpersons being very actively involved in the exercise, and you drop up to the parish and to the village. That means that everybody is involved. They own the process. Everybody owns the process. Unlike those other days whereby people will be sent from Kampala. You send somebody from Kampala, Buganda, they even don't understand the language. Buganda, West...
National Guidance, Godre Kabyanga, has launched village-level mobilization teams that will spearhead grassroots mobilization for the NRM. He says the teams will be supported at parish level to ensure the NRM agenda is effectively amplified. As Ivan Kahwa reports, the youth call appeal to the president on the pledges he made in 2021, especially support in livestock and address concerns of high interest rates on motorcycle loans. The president, Yoweri Museveni, will campaign in Kasese district on the 4th of December.
I take this opportunity to hand over this team to you, the chairman, and to run
We are in high gear to receiving our flag candidate, our flag bearer for presidents, but also in high gear to ensure that NRM performs very well in Kasese, and we shall deliver this.
Candidate Yoweri Museveni is expected to campaign in Kasese district at Nyakasanga Playground on the 4th of December 2025. Various leaders are having mobilization campaigns, meeting the local council leadership and the youth to prepare for the forthcoming of General Yoweri Museveni.
And this mobilization will go on till the 15th. Even on the 15th, we shall still be mobilizing.
The youth in Kasese district are appreciating government's efforts in uplifting the livelihoods of citizens, including the extension of the parish development model program, the Emyoga and others. However, they also face challenges that they feel the president should address when he comes in Kasese district.
Ishu yokubanza yabeye Nyamwamba. Ishu ya Kabere yabeye Sipatara. Ishu ya Kasatu yabeye Kilembe Mines.
Rukoki Health Center 4 has now been promoted to hospital status. It's now Rukoki General Hospital. So now Kilembe Katiri Health Center 2 now needs to be promoted to Health Center 4.
You find that we had a disaster several times. We have had disaster distract here and there. And our young people don't have IDs. Yet it is now a priority in engaging in government projects. So they tend now to lose chance or delay.
Since there was a catastrophe like that, we can talk to government and they either get a waiver or government pays for them. That one is not a big deal. Even me as a minister, I can pay for them if they are some use.
We have shortage of jobs, so most of our youths are unemployed. Though we are trying to enable them, like sensitize them to engage in government programs.
Kasese municipality is growing. Under the USMID infrastructure project, over 10 kilometers of roads have been constructed. Businesses are thriving, whether day or night, and the youth are commending the government for such efforts that have enabled them to operate with ease.
Many youth are getting roadside activities like the Nyama Choma, this roasting chicken, this cooking chips, to mention but a few. So in the end, people are getting little or a lot of monies.
We plant trees. We are encouraging people to plant trees to turn Kasese green. That's why you see Kasese very beautiful.
But we start business amidst not knowing the challenges that we might face. We don't have room for possibly tax holidays. That when we start a business, I may not pay tax for possibly a year. Meanwhile, I try to get up or catch up with the business.
And another thing we should work on as government, after collecting the tax, we should really give the service. As simple as that, people will be comfortable.
According to the State Minister for National Guidance, Godfrey Chime Baluku, the government will ensure that the youth are involved in all the government programs, including supporting them in businesses.
Probably, the NRM flag bearer for Maogola North, Aine Sodo Kaguta, has intensified campaigns. Sodo, who also serves as the NRM deputy chairman for the district, is urging voters to commit their future to the President Museveni and the party.
Have pledged to vote overwhelmingly for NRM and its bus symbol in 2026.
President Museveni. President Museveni. Musole zego nakaruka President Museveni. Mwinebe byanyu muteka teka. Museveni nasinga. Anyo kangu mumuka. Sodo na jet team kubenda ora sinye ko kanyo custom Museveni uni mama naza kusinga. Nakaruka muno bakasingisa.
Sodo appealed for unity, saying the happiness of Zimbabwe can only be brought by Museveni alone. He added that the president has prepared many opportunities for the country and urged voters to support NRM candidates over opposition. Addressing rumors about his academic papers, Sodo reassured voters they are genuine. He called on citizens to focus on development and promised NRM will continue serving all Ugandans.
The Democratic Party flag bearer for the Kampala mayoral seat, Beatrice Nambi Mao, has urged city residents to trust her with the top leadership of the city.
Beatrice Nambimao of the Democratic Party is among the 8 other candidates contesting for the Kampala Lord Mayoral seat. The others include the incumbent Arias Lukago of the People's Front for Freedom, Nsubuga Chisto of the NRM, Engineer Ronald Nsubuga Balimwezo of the National Unity Platform, Ibrahim Kasozi of the FDC, and Nabila Naga is standing on one independent among others. Beatrice Nambimao, campaigning in various Kampala suburbs, urged citizens to vote for her to serve the people of Kampala. At the railway station along Nassau Road, Beatrice Mao sought votes even from people who were chilling in one of the city's grounds. She continued to Nassau Road, addressing residents and urging them to support her for Kampala city leadership. Along Kampala Road and later Nakasero Market and the Old Park, Beatrice engaged the residents seeking support for her Lord Mayoral bid. Beatrice Mao, whose first attempt for Kampala State Mayor race was in 2021, but was disqualified over voter registration issues, says her bouncing back is for a better Kampala city.
We want to send the voices of the people. That's why my slogan says, your city, your say. We are tired of a dirty city. We need waste management. I'm here for infrastructure. You've seen how poor the roads are. I'm here to represent the businesses. High rates.
She vowed to serve all Kampala residents, regardless of their political affiliations, and he promised to give the city a fresh facelift.
22nd January, everybody must come out and you exercise your rights by voting. If you don't vote, I won't know your voice and I won't be able to represent it. We are tired of people that are voted by the community and they start fights between the government, local government and so forth. We need delivery. We need service delivery. It is time for service delivery.
I'm Ivan Juko for UBC.
The Health Professionals Assessment Board has started the second national examinations for health trainees, beginning with theory papers.
The long-awaited WAPAB national examinations has officially commenced this morning across the 215 assessment centers, marking the start of the theory papers for nursing, midwifery and allied health trainees. At Mulago School of Nursing and Midwifery, Uganda Institute of Allied Health and Management Sciences, Chibuli School of Nursing and Midwifery, among others, invigilators and supervisors coordinated the process without major challenges.
And according to me, day one has been good. Papers arrived on time. Students were prepared. The school received us well. And we started off the day. We expect a smooth running of the activity. We expect cooperation with the staff, which has already started, and we also expect discipline with the students during these 2 entire weeks.
The principal Mulago School of Nursing and Midwifery, Nambiro Josephine Chigozi, assured that the school is committed to meeting WAPAB standards.
We ensure that our students are well taught. Then before the exams, we had a briefing moment. That day of briefing, we break down what is expected of the candidates. Then today morning, we had a briefing session by the invigilation body.
WAPAB Executive Secretary Helen Mukakarisa Kataratambi reported a smooth nationwide start, including in hard-to-reach centers, noting improved supervision and coordination.
WAPAB has commenced the second series of national assessment, where all health trainees undertaking the allied and the nursing profession are going to display knowledge of skills and competencies gained. The exercise started smoothly without any reported disruptions, and we pray that this continues up to the end.
Ministry of Trade, Industry and Cooperatives, in partnership with the Japan International Cooperation Agency, JICA, has outlined plans for the upcoming Sozo Summit 2025. This was during a briefing at the National ICT Innovation Hub in Nakawa.
The summit aims to encourage young people to embrace innovation and practical skills as a pathway to employment after completing their studies. Many youth hesitate to employ creative solutions because of fear and limited exposure to industry opportunities.
We want to collaborate more. So today, from the interactions that we've had about building ecosystems within the region, how organizations or companies can leverage on our experiences to grow their businesses within the region and within Uganda, we are happy to collaborate. And I think the Sozo Summit has definitely been an eye-opener.
Ministry representatives say the Sozo Summit is a platform for young innovators to showcase their ideas, gain mentorship, and connect with potential employers. Japan International Cooperation Agency officials reaffirmed their commitment to supporting youth-focused programs that strengthen Uganda's innovation ecosystem.
Yeah, this is, the first time for JICA to organize this kind of the event. The aim of this event is how to, generate some co-creation and co-innovation and consulate between Japan and Uganda.
The summit will discuss solutions that drive job creation and economic growth.
The Managing Director, Uganda Bureau of Statistics, Chris Mukiza, has pledged support for education at the Rotary District 9214 event in Munyonyo.
The income country, but 28% of Ugandans don't know how to read and write in their own languages. So it is those people who need to get up and learn how to read and write in their own languages, and also have good education. My conclusion, to be is to participate in the work of humanity. Each of you has demonstrated that commitment. Because of your generosity, District 9214 continues to stand as a model of service, partnership, and a model of impact. Thank you to every individual here, every club, and every partner represented here. Thank you for your consistent belief in service, your willingness to give, and dedication to changing lives. May we continue to lead with purpose, give with conviction, and unite for good. Together, one act at a time.
With Momo, you have the power to pay your bills fast and conveniently using your phone. Dial *165*4# or scan to download Momo app and pay for water, electricity, TV, school fees, and much more. It's simple and saves you a lot of time. Just pull out your phone and pay. That's Momo. That's the power to be more.
This is our home, our land, our Uganda. From the rolling hills to the busy streets, from the farmers in the fields to the students in classrooms, we are one people. Elections are a time to choose our leaders, not to fight our brothers and sisters. When violence enters the ballot box, the future of our country is wounded. But when peace leads the way, our nation grows stronger. On election day, choose unity over diversion, respect over hatred, and dialogue over distraction. Love your country, protect your fellow citizens, stand for peace, and say no to electoral violence. This message is brought to you by the Global Election Observation Mission, GEOM, in partnership with the Uganda Electoral Commission. Informed citizens, strong nation.
Lesego Uganda, MTN Momo Uganda, and DFCU Bank have unveiled instant loan products to boost liquid for mobile money agents. We have details.
Congratulations.
Inadequate float, a major financial setback for mobile money agents, will be addressed after Lesego Uganda, MTN Mobile Money Uganda, and DFCU Bank entered a partnership. The new agent loan float with Lesego, launched under the Momo Agent Loans Marketplace, will provide agents with instant, collateral-free working capital, helping them operate during peak periods and access funds even beyond traditional banking hours.
48%, that's the bulk of Ugandans do trade. And when you look at the structure of our economy, the people who support trade are largely agents.
Right from 2009, mobile money started with the agent network. The agent network then leads into customer acquisition.
The agent loan float with Lesego offers instant, collateral-free working capital, ensuring agents continue serving customers smoothly even during peak periods.
This loan is available 24/7. It takes under a minute to get it. It's done digitally, and you don't need any human intervention. It's given in such a short time, and it's well and competitively priced.
Leseho Chief Executive Officer Gales Germany Aijukwe says the solution empowers the everyday entrepreneurs driving Uganda's digital economy.
So in terms of growth, this is a product of the future. This is a product that will give us growth. The velocity of money is high. You're lending between 30 to 40 billion a month. So that definitely translates into our top line.
MTN Momo and DFCU Bank noted that the partnership enhances financial inclusion.
We are very confident that this product is going to change the lives of our agents in terms of how the efficiency, the capacity with which they serve our customers.
This is no collateral. So you just get the money and you pay it back within 3 days. You get collateral. Before the end of the weekend, you could easily do 50, 60, 100 million.
The Leseho agent loan float offers between 50,000 shillings and 5 million shillings with a flexible 2-week repayment option to competitive interest rates, cementing the role as key drivers of financial inclusion.
Join the rest of the world to commemorate World AIDS Day every 1st of December to raise awareness about the AIDS pandemic and honor those who have died from awareness about the AIDS pandemic. The Uganda Cubs team has added its voice to the global call under the theme overcoming disrupting disruption, transforming the AIDS response. Team captain Owen Mukisa, defender Hilal Ajiga, goalkeeper Richard Mukisa, and midfielders Brian Olwa and Abdul Shakur Rabi, who are currently on the Sekafa duty in Ethiopia, have shared powerful awareness messages.
Is here, and we should be aware of it. Together we can fight against it through following parents' advices, teachers and coaches. So my fellow students, please be aware of it. Together we can end it. Thank you.
Yeah, fellow youth and footballers, be aware of HIV or AIDS. Abstain and listen to advices from our parents, coaches and teachers. Together we can reduce its spread and be safe. And I know them
teams in this competition. Yes, it will be fun. It will be nice to play and try my our muscles against Kenya as well, because they made it to the top 4. But the way the tournament schedule is, it doesn't permit.
And that brings us to the end of all we had for you tonight. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Micheal Jordan Lukomwa. With Elizabeth Nakakun and the whole team, wish you the best of the night as we focus on how to end HIV and AIDS by 2030 as we commemorate 1st December. Bye-bye.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating